Hi, and welcome to this overview of the Peltarion Platform, where we'll have a look at what you can do with the platform and what a typical workflow looks like. So this is the page that you see when you log onto the platform. So here on the left side, you can see current project that you're working on. And usually you want to have one project for each problem that you want to solve with the platform. So on the platform, you can work with different types of data, such as images, text, or audio. And you can also use multiple types of data in one single project. For this demonstration, we're going to work with text, but workflow for other kinds of data will be similar. Specifically, the demo will focus on sentiment analysis, where we build a model that can classify movie review as either positive or negative. We'll start up by creating a new project. Let's call it IMDb movie review. So IMDb movie reviews, and press create. And then this page appears. And we can see that at the top bar here, there are 4 buttons. It's datasets, modeling, evaluation, and deployment. And this is a process that we follow with data on the platform. So let's start out with datasets, which is this page. And there are multiple ways to get data on the platform. One is to upload it from your computer, and one is to import it from BigQuery. And another is to use our data API. And a fourth way to do it is to use our data library, which is a collection of free data sets. And this is what we're going to do for this demonstration. So click this one, and this pop-up appears. And we can see here that's a collection of data sets. And for this demo, we're going to use the IMDb tutorial data. So press this one, and then we can press accept and import to accept license and import data to our project. The dataset view is used for inspecting our data and see that everything looks all right. And here we can get an overview of the uploaded data. And on this page, we can look into individual reviews. And on the left side, we can see and set the split between training and validation data, where training data is used for training the model, and validation data is put aside to later measure the performance of our trained model. And we will leave it to the default 80-20 split. And up here, you can set the sequence length used for training. And we'll set it to 512, which means that we only use the 512 first tokens of each review. And up here, we save our version. And this enables us to later go back and create a new experiment with different settings, such as another sequence length or added normalization. Now we press use in new experiment, and this wizard pops up. And the purpose of this wizard is to help us finding a good model architecture for our problem. So we first start out with defining a data set, and in our case we just have one data set. So we just press next, and here we define our input feature, which is the review, and target feature, which is the sentiment. We also select the problem type, single label text classification, since we just have one label, so we want it to be positive or negative. And with these selections, this wizard recommends us using the model called BERT. So we select that one and press next. And on this page, we can decide if we want to use pre-trained weights or not. And in most cases, we want to use pre-trained models, so we just press create. Now we are on the modeling view, and we can see that the model we selected pops up on this canvas. If we instead start with a blank experiment, we can build a model from scratch using the blocks you find here on the right side. Or we can build a model based on one of the snippets that's on the platform. So here we can also go to settings and set batch size or number of epochs or many other things. But usually the defaults are very good, and we're going to stick with that for our example. To start training, we press the run button up here, and training the model usually takes quite some time, so it can range from minutes to hours and even more if you have a lot of data. So this is usually a good time to take a break. So when we get back later and the training has finished, we can have a look at the evaluation tab, where we can see how well the model have performed based on different metrics. So we can see them up here, and we can have a look, for instance, at accuracy, and see that in our case that the model have performed or has an accuracy of over 91%, which is very good. If you're happy with the performance of the model, then we can go to the next and the last step in our process, which is the deployment view. From this page, we can put the trained model into production, and we do that by pressing the new deployment button here, naming it, pressing create. And then also we need to press enable. And now the trained model is in production. And we can access this using an API with the credentials down here. We can also test this deployment pressing this button here, test deployment, and this page open up. So let's try our deployed model by pasting in a negative review here in this text box and press the run button. And we can see that we got the result that we expected. Let's replace the negative review with a positive one and see what happens. So we can see that we got the result we expected again.